I think the factors that create poverty in the world are a lot to do with the delivery systems within nation states. For example, the way schemes, for example, are implemented in states. If we take the example of India, let's say, the way the policy is structured and to the way it's implemented, there's a gap between the two. And also sometimes what happens is that the people who are making the policies for the poor are the ones sitting in, are bureaucrats really. And these bureaucrats are so distant from the reality that the assumptions on which they make the policies are either outdated or they are completely, they don't recognize the realities on the ground. And this gap between the policy and the implementation, for example, leads a lot, in a lot of cases to a lack of improvement of conditions for the poor. That one. Two, I think also corrupt practices and corruption to some senses lead to pilferation at some point, where the benefits that have to reach the poor don't always reach the ones they have to reach. And I'll give you another example. They have in India what they call the BPL card. It's the below poverty line card. This below poverty line card is really to be given to people who are below the BPL line. But often what happens is in villages, it is the landlord who has the power to influence the sarpanch maybe, who ultimately gets a BPL card and avails of the rations that are available through the PDS, which is the public distribution system. And the really poor don't get these rations or these privileges that come with the BPL card. So this kind of pilferage, is often what leads to poor the conditions that the poor are facing today. And probably around the world, maybe there are similar such situations in countries where the poor are really discriminated or really in conditions where they are, lack resources or don't have the money or don't have the ability or the education to improve their situation.